We'll call this meeting to order. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
allegiance to the flag of the United States of
and to
America,
the republic for
the
which it
republic
stands,
for which
one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Reading of the call.
Dear Supervisor, please be advised that the Trumpealeau County Board of Supervisors will meet at 7 p.m. on March 16th, 2026 in the County Boardroom. All County Board members' claims are due in the Administration Office by noon on March 6th, 2026, so they can be prepared for Audit Committee approval. Sincerely, Mary Martin, County Clerk.
Roll call.
Bridget Turner.
Here.
Stacy Klein.
Here.
Richard Seisha.
Here.
Lori Severson.
Here.
Andy Todd.
Here.
Richard Anderson.
Here.
Kevin Adams.
Here.
Dick Miller.
Here.
Kevin Whalen.
Here.
John Awesome.
Here.
Don Trug.
Here.
Robert Becker.
Here.
Renee Lyon. Here. Kellen Nelson. David Larson.
Here.
Jeannie Nutter. Ron Johnson.
Here.
15 to 2.
Missing. Okay. Certified open meeting law requirements have been met with posting and notification. We have a 10-item agenda.
I will second that.
Motion made, seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. It's carried. Okay. Approval of the minutes from February 2026.
Move to approve.
Have a motion.
I second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
No opposition. That's approved. Administrative update.
So first off, I just want to say, if you are here, you are benefiting because you can go grab a brownie in honor of the 4 individuals that we know of that are done as far as our supervisors here. So as we gather for tonight's meeting, I want to take a moment just to thank Supervisors Klein, Nutter, Nelson, and Seisha for their dedication to Trempealeau County and your commitment to public service. You are deeply appreciated. They're public servants through and through, and it's truly been an honor to serve alongside you, and I thank you very much in getting to know you. I couldn't be more impressed with these 4 individuals, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done to support Trempealeau County and the residents here, and just been very impressed. So the brownies are in honor of them, so if you're online, well, maybe another time, but you don't need any sweetening, maybe, that's, and in honor of them tonight as well, we're gonna try something new where we read our resolutions in title only. So that's a new thing we're gonna try. I'm just gonna give you my update. I did send this over to you in an email as well.
Rebecca?
Yes.
Before we do, I think we should give these people a hand.
Oh, very
yeah.
good, yes, thank you. Thank you, Supervisor Miller, that's great. And we do have Supervisors Klein and, I'm looking online, Supervisor Nelson's gone and Supervisor Nutter is on a trip right now, so. She, and got delayed a little bit, so she was gonna attend online, but she can't make it, so certainly we'll all be able to see them in the next month yet and give them our well wishes. Over the past month, I've continued to focus on supporting county operations, preparing for upcoming financial decisions, strengthening policies, and coordinating with regional partners. Below are the highlights of activities completed during the month. Meetings and coordination, I attended all monthly county board committee meetings, facilitated the monthly department head meeting, participated in the monthly administrator leadership consortium meeting, attended the Wisconsin Counties Association leadership meetings, attended the St. Croix County large-scale solar informational meeting co-hosted by the Wisconsin Farmers Union and Farm to Power, which provided an overview of a proposed solar project and broader considerations for counties. I participated in the judicial engagement team meeting. Spent significant time preparing for the upcoming S&P Global Ratings call, including financial planning discussions and coordinations with staff and advisors. We'll hear from Brian fairly soon. These preparations support the county's upcoming debt promissory note or bond sale being brought forward to the county board tonight. I have dedicated considerable time over the past 2 weeks to policy review and development, specifically incorporating the county administrator role into existing county policies that we need to implement yet. Began county board supervisor orientation planning in preparation for the new board and newly elected officials who will take office on April 21st. And then conducted interviews for open position in administration. Facilitated the Drug Endangered Children, which is the DEC meeting, bringing together representatives from law enforcement, district attorney, and human services to coordinate efforts supporting vulnerable children and families. So, as always, if you have any questions or you want to meet, you want to talk, you have ideas, feel free to stop in or set up a meeting with me. I'd love to meet with you. Any questions for the moment? Otherwise, don't forget your brownie. Thanks.
Okay. Resolutions, County Board Chair. Resolutions awarding the sale of $44,400,000 general obligation promissory notes. And we have Brian Riley online to explain it.
Good evening, thank you all. I wasn't told there were brownies, by the way, so
We were short, so that's why we told you to do it.
You would have made the 2.5-hour
Alright.
trip otherwise, huh?
no, I do usually appreciate very much being there in person to deliver results. Specifically, obviously, there's I'm not sure what the weather is like entirely near you, but we got our fair share overnight, over the weekend, and even into yesterday morning. So, having said all that, let's go through results of your debt issue. I'm sure many of you recall conversations dating back to last year's capital planning and adoption exercise. Again, we're looking to fund 2026 capital projects with this financing. The last time we discussed this in February, we were estimating a $4.4 million issue, which is the not to exceed amount that was authorized under last year's resolution. And then, as was discussed last time, and has been customary for the county for going back a number of years, the notes were to be sold competitively to the lowest interest cost bidder. And those bids were due 10:30 this morning. And I would say we've gotten some good results here today, and I did look back at some prior years just to kind of do a comparative analysis. But I'll walk you through the here and now first, and happy to also embellish on any questions. I know the market's been a little volatile, and if you've been paying attention to the news, I'm sure you can understand why, at least to some degree. We got 6 bids for the notes, and the best bid came from BOK Financial at just under 3.7%. That's where you ended up after all adjustments, is about 3.7%. Very representative of what we've been seeing kind of across the market in terms of interested bidders. And as I've kind of talked about and prefaced with, the market has been a little unsettled, but having 6 bids is very strong dealer interest. In fact, when I went back and looked at last year's results from essentially right around the same time of year on the calendar, you received 4 bids, and we priced just under 4%. And the issue didn't look dramatically different, other than it was a bit larger at almost $6.5 million. And so I would say all told, you got strong results. You can see there's a pretty wide differential between the best bid and the worst bid. I'm looking a little bit deeper into the handout if you'd like, but it's summarized on the front page. Worst bid was at 3.92%. So that's almost 0.25% between best and worst, but also that's substantially more interest cost by the worst buyer than what we got out of the most aggressive bidder. So very happy to see the results personally. And we're just inside of our pre-sale estimates. When we talked back in February, We had about a quarter point over where the market was at that time, and the estimate was just mildly higher than where we are now. So we have eaten up a little bit of that. Rates have been up here the last few weeks, but again, timing the market is a bit of a futile effort. Pretty hard to argue with 20-year money at roughly 3.7%. So historically speaking, I'd say you've done very well in this context, and have gotten some relatively low interest financing for your important capital projects. Making adjustments, we were able to garner, I want to say, about $70,000 more in proceeds at the same dollar amount, the way that the bid came in from the winning bidder. I understand you're probably up against some of your estimates and project costs on some of your various capital items, so you'll have those dollars then available to apply for any overages. I'll talk about the rating a little bit. I know this is always a topic of interest for the supervisors. Kind of take you into our discussions with the rating analysts, which I thought went very well. We answered all questions. Their primary line of inquiry in this case related to the county's recent use of reserves. And I think as you look at the rating report, you'll see that they infer that to be a prudent use of reserves. You're still in a strong position, even after applying some available cash to capital projects in this budget cycle. The analyst and then the rating committee who they present to that actually decides the rating seem to be confident with your long-term fiscal strategy, which I think is where they focused quite a bit the last few years. There's many factors that you just don't have control over. The fiscal profile, the debt profile are the two primary things that you exert the most influence. And so as you've gotten through some long-term capital planning and some multi-year budget discussions, it's perceived that you're in a stable place, and that draws on your cash reserves are not likely to continue, but for the fact that you can be opportunistic if you have positive budget variances or other dollars that you feel comfortable allocating in the budget and still maintain your stated policy prerogative, then you seem to be in very good shape from their perspective. So your rating was affirmed at the AA-. You'll recall that last year they removed the negative outlook, and again, that was more about what is the long-term strategy with respect to using reserve balances to supplement the overall capital budget. That seems to be settled with them at this point. Beyond that, I'm not sure there's much more you can do to manage any kind of great improvement to the rating other than sustaining much higher reserve balances, which I would argue would be well in excess of your stated policies, and probably not as prudent as the way you've allocated them here presently. The last couple pages of the handout put in front of you the final debt service schedule. And then I think importantly for all of you, we've done a good amount of planning with respect to tax impact and your capital campaign. Again, trying to look forward in time to what your capital needs are and understanding that you would have multiple years of debt issuance associated with executing on that. You'll recall extensive conversations in 2025 before debt was issued about establishing kind of a new plateau with respect to the levy for debt service. The last page is a chart that demonstrates kind of where you've been and then progressively where are you going. And so in this case, we did take the step up in 25. That did have a tax impact for the county. With this new issue, we're kind of holding the line on debt service year to year. In fact, we're down just a little bit in dollar amount. As a result of that, you'll be somewhere around the same tax rate. Ultimately, that's entirely dependent upon what the values come in at later this year. So we're assuming that your values remain constant over this entire forecast period. And then we've left in place a number of step downs that are likely to occur over time, including as you go into 28 and contemplate additional debt issuance. The goal is to be able to take the new debt service and layer it on top of here in a manner that by and large is tax neutral and potentially could be declining at least to some degree over the course of time as you make plans for future capital items and any borrowing related to that. So we had the plan that was established back in late last year, and that's what we executed on. And I would argue you got good results today in what is otherwise a little bit of a turbulent interest rate market.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, I have
Go
a
ahead,
question
Adi.
for Brian. Brian, how do we sit with our rating now compared to the other 72 counties?
I don't know the rating of every county in the state, and some don't have one either. They're probably not frequent enough debt issuers. I would say by and large, from the point of view of the state of Wisconsin, most all local jurisdictions are working with a little bit of a hand tied behind their back because of levy limits. And so there's an institutional framework placed around all of you as taxing jurisdictions that you're not in full control of your fiscal profile from a revenue perspective. Your levy is limited under law, and that's recognized. And so that's kind of a net negative to every jurisdiction in the state compared to others in the country who operate under very similar circumstances. Now, having said that, remember that the high end is AAA, then AA plus, then AA, then AA minus. And so you're probably close to what I would consider to be the median. The median is probably somewhere in the AA range to AA minus. It is very hard to achieve a AA plus. One thing that's a limiting factor from the county's perspective is the size of your tax base. And that's not really something that you can exert a lot of influence over. And so when you look at counties that are higher up the credit spectrum, they're going to have much larger tax bases and probably a more diversified tax base, less rural in nature. It doesn't necessarily mean that their reserves as a percentage of their budget are going to be much larger. They'll be higher in dollar amount because they'll have larger budgets, but they're probably going to be in the same range as you. And then debt profile wise, you're actually in a very good place. And so what I might say, you're kind of right in there between AA minus and AA. Don't view that negative notching factor as much of a distinction other than it's most likely related to things that you just can't control. You can't move the county, right? You have your tax base, you have geographic boundaries, you know the characteristics of the county. And those are the things that, in this case, are viewed a little less favorably just because of the other factors that come into the rating.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Not, we need a motion to approve.
I move to approve.
Second. Motion by Supervisor Lyons and seconded by Supervisor Wallen. Want to read it? Read the rest? Oh. All those in favor signify by saying aye? Or should we read the
Aye.
resolution first?
Just
Just read the
Aye.
title of it. Read the title of it. It's an 8-pager, so that's why we're doing it.
Resolution awarding the sale. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to weigh in real quick. A roll call vote would be in order for the debt issue.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. Resolution awarding the sale of $4.4 million general obligation promissory notes, Series 2026A.
Okay.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard Seisha.
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Kevin Adams.
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin,
Yes.
Don Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker,
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson.
Yes.
15.
Passes.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate all your help.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you all.
Okay. Environmental land use. Ordinance to rezone land from town of Lincoln, Caboose. You want
Do you want me to read it? Do you want to get
to,
it?
I'm supposed to, do we read it first or do the motion? Usually you read it. Usually we read it first, don't we? Yeah, read the title at least and
And then the motion.
yeah.
Ordinance for the rezone of the land in the town of Lincoln.
And then the last two paragraphs.
And now be it resolved that the county adopt the attached ordinance amending the zoning district boundaries as indicated.
Yeah, I think we should do the whereas too, and then the last whereas every time. Okay, that'll work. Motion to approve? Second.
Motion to approve.
We got a motion from
made the motion?
Supervisor Anderson, a second from Supervisor Whalen. Okay, roll call vote.
John Austin,
Yes.
Don Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker,
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
Kellen Nelson, David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson,
Yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard Sasha.
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson,
Yes.
Kevin Adams,
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
15 to 2.
Okay. Second resolution from land use, the rezone of land in the town of Caledonia for McDonald. Is there a motion to read just title in the last two?
Ordinance for the rezoning of land in the town of Caledonia for Travis McDonough. Now be it resolved that the county adopt the attached ordinance amending the zoning district boundaries as indicated.
Okay, motion?
Motion to approve?
Motion by Supervisor Lyon. Seconded by Supervisor Anderson. Call the roll?
Richard Anderson,
Yes.
Kevin Adams,
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin,
Yes.
Don Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker,
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson,
Yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard Sasha,
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
15 to 2.
Okay, item C, from Health, Human Service Board and Exec Finance Committee. Brain Health Mini Grant from Wisconsin Institute of Healthy Aging. So,
Okay.
read the last whereas too.
So we have
Title and then the last whereas.
Brain Health Mini Grant from Wisconsin Institute for Healthy Aging, WIHA. Now therefore be resolved that the Trumbull County Board of Supervisors hereby approve acceptance of the $1,500 mini grant awarded to the Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, from Wisconsin Institute for Healthy Aging, WIHA, for brain health education and outreach. And be it further resolved that the Trumbull County Board of Supervisors hereby amend the 2025 budget to include the unbudgeted revenue and appropriate expenditures necessary for the Aging and Disability Resource Center of Trumbull County, ADRC, to implement mini grant activities. And be it further resolved that the Trumbull County Board of Supervisors hereby approves that the $1,500 grant funding be carried over into the 2026 budget, and that the 2026 ADRC budget is hereby amended accordingly to reflect acceptance into revenue account 202-40-54406-436060, and expenditure of these funds from expense account 202-40-54406-520342. And be it finally resolved that the Trumbull County Board of Supervisors hereby encourages continued support for public awareness initiatives and promote brain health, particularly among older adults in Trumbull County, with implementation of these initiatives carried out by the Aging and Disability Resource Center of Trumbull County, ADRC, introduced by Health and Human Services, Bridget Turner, Dick Miller, Jeannie Nutter, Kevin Adams, Don Trug, Dr. Kim Braidback, Scott Brown, and Karen Onstead.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Want to call the roll?
Chair, could we get a little bit of background on what this is all about? Is there any way we could bring them up? I mean, I like money, but I mean, what's it about?
Yeah.
Please.
May I respond to that, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a grant that was applied for and received that is used to promote information and counseling in regards to people who are struggling with Alzheimer's and dementia. So it's primarily to give those folks some assistance or families of those people.
And I would add to that, I would just say it's also for education and resources and things like that. I think the primary use of the money for this year will likely be another speaker like we've had in the past, some kind of presentation for both caregivers and folks who are, like as Supervisor Miller said, are struggling with dementia or the early stages of it, so.
Is there any other discussion, Miss? Hearing none, we'll call the roll.
Don Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker,
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson.
Yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard Sasha,
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Kevin Adams.
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin.
Yes.
15 to 2.
Okay, from the Education and Communication Committees, transfer the Water Quality Education Fund and Water Sampling Fund to the Department of Health and Human Services. I'm going to read that.
Yep, transfer of Water Quality Education Fund and Water Sampling Fund to DHHS. Now therefore be it resolved that the Trumbull County Board of Supervisors hereby authorizes the transfer of the non-lapsing Water Quality Education Fund and Water Sampling Fund from the University of Wisconsin-Madison Division of Extension, Trumbull County, to the designated non-lapsing accounts under the Trumbull County Department of Health and Human Services, DHHS. And be it further resolved that any remaining balance, revenues, or encumbered funds currently associated with the Water Quality Education Fund and Water Sampling Fund shall also be transferred in full to the newly designated DHHS non-lapsing accounts. And be it finally resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately upon passage and publication as provided by law, introduced by Education and Communication Committee. Kevin Adams, Don Trug, Andy Todd, Richard Sasha, Lori Severson.
Okay. Motion to approve? Motion by Supervisor Seixas, second.
I'll second that.
Supervisor Miller, seconds. I'm going to call the roll. Is there any discussion first? None? Call the roll.
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin,
Yes.
Don Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker,
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson,
Yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard Sasha.
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson,
Yes.
Kevin Adams,
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
15 to 2.
Okay. This is also from Education and Communication Committees. Transfer the cost savings in 2025 budget to youth education and non-lapsing account.
Resolution, I suppose I should read the number, 2026-03-06, transfer cost savings in 2025 budget to youth education non-lapsing account. Now therefore be it resolved that the Trumbull County Board of Supervisors authorizes the transfer of $5,000 from the 2025 professional services account to the 2025 non-lapsing youth education fund. And be it further resolved that this transfer shall be recorded as an authorized budget adjustment reflecting the reallocation of cost savings to cover the negative balance in the youth education fund. Introduced by Education and Communication Committee, Kevin Adams, Don Trug, Richard Sasha, Andy Todd and Lori Severson.
Is there a motion for approval?
Move to approve.
Or second.
Who was the first?
Done.
Oh. Supervisor Trug made the motion and seconded by Supervisor Seisha. Call the roll, unless there's discussion. Hearing none, go ahead and call the roll.
David Larson.
Yes.
Ron Johnson.
Yes.
Bridget Turner.
Yes.
Stacy Klein.
Yes.
Richard Seisha.
Yes.
Lori Severson.
Yes.
Andy Todd.
Yes.
Richard Anderson. Kevin Adams.
Yes.
Dick Miller.
Yes.
Kevin Whalen.
Yes.
John Austin.
Yes.
Don Trug.
Yes.
Robert Becker.
Yes.
Renee Lyon.
Yes.
15 to 2.
Okay, it passes. From the Highway Committee, request for comprehensive and sustainable transportation funding.
Resolution 260307, request for comprehensive and sustainable transportation funding. Now therefore be it resolved that the Trumbull County Board of Supervisors strongly urge the Governor of Wisconsin and the state legislature to enact a comprehensive, sustainable transportation funding solution that, number one, provides adequate and reliable revenue growth for the efficient long-term planning and execution of state and local transportation programs. Number two, includes responsible and prudent use of the general purpose revenue and bonding. Number three, adjusts any new and existing transportation user fees and other revenue mechanisms to sustain purchasing power in order to maintain and improve Wisconsin's transportation infrastructure. And number four, ensures transportation continues to deliver for Wisconsin by adequately funding reconstruction, preservation, and safety investments on the state and local systems. Be it further resolved that the clerk is hereby directed to transmit a copy of this resolution to the governor's office, all members of the Wisconsin State Senate and Assembly representing districts within Trumbull County. Introduced by the Trumbull County Highway Committee, John Austin, Richard Anderson, Robert Becker, David Larson, Kellen Nelson.
Motion to approve.
I think that was Adi.
Second.
It was
Oh,
Dave.
Dave Larson?
Yep.
Motion by Larson and seconded by Adi?
Yep.
All right. Seconded by Becker. Any discussion at all? Okay, call the roll.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson. Kevin Adams,
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin,
Yes.
Don Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker,
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson,
Yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard Seisha.
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
15 to 2.
This is also from Highway Committee. Amendment to the Trumbull County Ordinance 707, parentheses 2, to clarify and to allow certain approvals for ATV, UTV routes.
Resolution 2026-0308, amendment to Trumbull County Ordinance 707, subsection 2, to clarify and allow certain approvals for ATV, UTV routes. Now be it resolved that the Trumbull County Board of Supervisors hereby finds that, when applicable, Trumbull County's ordinance should reflect situations where WISDOT has exercised its authority over an ATV-UTV route on its own roadways, whereas Trumbull County is providing service and/or where express approval is needed to be stated within ordinances. And whereas it should, and be it further resolved that the attached proposed amendment addresses that issue and is adopted by the board and made effective upon passage. Introduced by Highway Committee, John Austin, Kellen Nelson, Rich Anderson, David Larson, Robert Becker.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion by Anderson, seconded by Whalen. Supervisor Bennett, discussion? Yes, go
Just a
ahead.
question. since I wasn't privy when the committee voted on this, I just need some clarification. Does this simply mean that where the state, Wisconsin DOT has set a policy regarding a piece of highway,
Right.
that we have to follow suit with what their position is, the state's position?
That's basically right. This is specifically pretty much over the bridge in Blair for ATVs and UTVs to cross that bridge to get to Mill Road from city limits.
Okay, what is the policy that the state has regarding that issue?
So if I may,
Go ahead.
that's within statute, and there's a little bit of ambiguity regarding bridges. And it's our understanding that the DOT approves of this particular bridge use, despite the fact that there's not a shoulder or some other concerns that perhaps could be otherwise existing. And so this just clarifies that if the DOT provides that they recommend having an ATV or UTV route, we will adopt their recommendation in those locations.
So basically, it's the position of the DOT would determine our position,
Yes.
so to speak.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Thank you.
And then, Dick, they base a lot of it on the UTV, ATV rules, which limit the length they can actually ride on a highway that does not have a shoulder. And I think it's less than 700 feet in a lot of those areas. So they do have criteria that they established in Section 35 as far as use of a state highway to be able to do it. There's a lot of other specifics, but the general is on distance. They don't want it on there for very long.
I understand. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
John, if I could, my understanding was that if that all goes through, it would be our responsibility to do signage, et cetera. Is that correct?
I think the snowmobile clubs and whatever usually do pay for the signage. We do at the highway department make them for them, but we're reimbursed by the snowmobile clubs and ATV clubs for that purpose.
I think it's the highway's responsibility to actually physically put up the signs.
Yes.
But it's usually, like you say, the clubs will pay for it, or in this case, City of Blair told me that they would reimburse the county if needed.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, call the roll.
Richard Sasha,
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Kevin Adams,
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin,
Yes.
Dawn True,
Yes.
Yes,
Excuse me.
Yes.
Renee Lyon.
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson.
Yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
15 to 2.
Okay. This is also from Highway Department. Addition to county aid highway system, Trempealeau County, Town of Unity.
Resolution 2026-0309, addition to the county aid highway system of Trempealeau County, Town of Unity, Earline Road. Now be it resolved that the Earline Road be added to the county aid highway system of Trempealeau County, introduced by Trempealeau County Highway Department, John Austin, Richard Anderson, Robert Becker, David Larson, Callan Nelson.
Bid or motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Supervisor Todd,
Second.
second by Supervisor Becker, I think.
Yep.
Okay. Any discussion? Yes, go ahead.
Again, not privy to, in my years on the board, I don't remember an incident where we've accepted township roads. And I guess I'm just curious, I'm not objecting, but I'm curious in terms of what criteria do we follow, or what is the reason for accepting township roads?
It
as
has
part
to
of
be
the
a
county
road that
system?
connects. It has to be a connector. It can't be a dead-end road. It has to be a connector to another county road.
And why is the township applying for this?
There's a little section, this is actually down by Trempealeau, if you're familiar with the park down there, you go to the park, there's a little section in the middle there that's both sides of it are already approved, but there's a section right in the center of it that isn't approved. It was DNR land or something, and it never got,
I think, are we on a different township though?
oh, I'm
We're
on
not
the
to the
wrong one.
Trump
I'm
yet.
on the wrong one.
Yeah.
I forget, but that's basically what it is. It just connects the two roads, and there's a piece that was missing, or they extended the road to make it through road. If that answers your question, I'm not sure. I'd have to be.
Not necessarily. I guess I'm, so I think you're saying is that where it completes our county road, we accept that piece.
Yeah. It just goes on to the co-aid road total, which we've been doing that for years.
You think
Someone else?
way I am? So,
Sorry, I think what I'm hearing is that it gets added to be able to be, so that they can apply to use co-aid on that particular section
Right.
of road, not that we're funding the whole road or anything.
No, we're
It's
not
just that
funding
it's
it.
part of the
It's just a-
bundle that they can ask us for money to help.
The county doesn't take over the road.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
still their road.
I
They
see.
get reimbursed.
And it basically was set up originally for highway department to make sure they got work.
Okay, I'm sorry,
And so
the co-aid, yeah, I'm clear on that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good question.
Okay, any other questions? This actually has been helpful for the county. And they usually save their co-aid up for several years until they get enough co-aid built up. And they put it in our fund. They put it in our fund every year. So we just hold their money for a while and basically give it back. It's almost, it doesn't really cost us anything. It actually keeps us working. So, want to call the roll?
Robert Becker,
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson.
yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard Seixas.
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Kevin Adams,
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes?
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin,
Yes.
Don Trug,
Yes.
15 to 2.
This is a Highway 2 addition to the county aid program system of Trumpealeau County, Town of Gale, Linden Road.
Resolution 2026-03-10, addition to the county aid highway system of Trumpealeau County, Town of Gale, Linden Road. Now be it resolved that Linden Road be added to the county aid highway system of Trumpealeau County, introduced by the Trumpealeau County Highway Committee, John Austin, Richard Anderson, Robert Becker, David Larson, Kellen Nelson.
Okay.
I move to
Motion?
approve.
Is that
Where that
Andy?
from David?
Andy.
Oh, from Andy Todd. Supervisor, motion from Supervisor Todd. Second?
Ron.
Second from Ron Johnson. Okay. Call roll, or if there's any questions
same
on this
thing,
one?
right?
It's basically the same thing. The next two are basically the same thing. I could already explain the one on Park Road first. But anyway, so, okay. Call the roll.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard
Yes.
Seixas, Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Kevin Adams,
Yes.
Dick Miller.
Yes?
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin,
Yes.
Don Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker,
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson.
Yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
15 to 2.
Okay, this is also from the Highway Department. Addition to county highway system of Trempealeau County, Town of Trempealeau, Park Road.
Resolution number 2026-03-11, addition to the County Aid Highway System of Trempealeau County, Town of Trempealeau, Park Road. Now be it resolved that Park Road be added to the County Aid Highway System of Trempealeau County, introduced by the Trempealeau County Highway Committee, John Austin, Richard Anderson, Robert Becker, David Larson, Callan Nelson.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Supervisor Anderson, we got a motion, a second from Supervisor Klein. Any questions on that one?
Chair.
Basic,
The town chairman for the town of Trempealeau is here. I'm wondering if he'd be willing to come up and speak a little bit on this, so shed a little light so everybody understands
Yeah.
this one here.
Hit your button.
oh,
Yep, you're good.
There you go.
Now they can hear you on.
Ryan Hilton, Town of Trempealeau. A little bit of history on this. It's 2 sections equaling 1.1 miles. Back in 1918, my research shows that John Latch donated most of Perot State Park to the Wisconsin DNR. In 1920, I believe, they were given another 280 acres. And in those 2 transactions, they were gifted 2 sections of road. Those roads don't show up on a DOT highway map because they're not owned by a municipality. We worked with multiple levels of the DNR, the DOT. We had 2 gentlemen visit the highway department meeting. Everything's approved at the state level to end up getting general transportation aid on these 2 sections of road. We have a signed resolution from the Wisconsin DNR stating that they are allowing us to enter into a lifetime easement. They can't take it away. We can mutually work with them. They still want to maintain trees, canopy. We're trying to work with them on that. But we've had multiple meetings. We've done the public hearing. We followed the statutes, Chapter 82. Is there any questions from the board?
sounds like you did a really good job.
Part of it is, and like I said, the park's doing what they can with what they have. They manage Merrick State Park up by Fountain City. They manage Perot State Park, the bike trail with a burned-down bridge, the Badger Trail in Oliva. So, I mean, they're stretched pretty thin with the little bit of resources they have. Another thing is they used to be able to enforce with their own conservation cops. I don't know what their official title was, but they have since lost the policing power. So on those 2 little sections of road, the DNR warden is supposed to basically police those sections. Entering into this, along with the COAID, the resolution, the highway department should then be able to help police those 2 little sections. Where before it was the DNR, if they went to pull a car over, they'd, I think, have to request, not immunity, whatever, to transfer into another district. Or if the county sheriff's department was following a car, I think same thing. They'd have to request permission to say pull the car over in the DNR. It's just been a headache for the whole time. They've done what they can trying to fix the road. For many years, they were filling potholes with gravel. It would rain, the gravel would bounce out. They applied for some money. They'd come up and get the hot box from the highway department, and they were doing some gentle patching. I think it's just best if a municipality owns that road. I feel it will be better taken care of. I think the residents will be safer. Hopefully you all agree with that.
I had a comment as well. Because I used to live right down the road from that's in my district. I think this will provide a lot of clarity. It'll be a lot better for the constituents. It gets to be very confusing when they're wondering why. Town of Trempealeau does a phenomenal job of maintaining their roads. And then you have these 2 sections that just seem to be falling apart. So this is a really great move for the residents of the town of Trempealeau.
Okay. Any other comments? Hearing none, we'll call the roll.
Ron Johnson.
Yes.
Bridget Turner.
Yes.
Stacy Klein.
Yes.
Richard Seisha.
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Kevin Adams,
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin,
Yes.
Don Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker,
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
15 to 2.
Okay. Pass Parks, Tourism and Economic Development Committee, County Road NN Bridge Replacement Project.
Resolution number 2026-03-12, County NN Bridge Replacement Project. Now be it resolved that the county administrator is authorized to submit the grant request for this bridge replacement. Expenses will be coded to account 101-50-18-55440-520293. Special projects and funds to be deposited into account 101-50-18-55440-435720 DNR grants, introduced by Parks, Tourism, and Economic Development. Lori Severson, Renee Lyon, Kevin Whalen, Kevin Adams, Richard Anderson, and Bob Petrick.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Supervisor Lyons, seconded by Supervisor Whalen. Any questions or? No, we'll just call the roll.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson,
Yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard Seixas.
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Kevin Adams,
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
Kevin Whalen.
Yes.
John Austin,
Yes.
Don Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker,
Yes.
15 to 2.
Okay. Parks, Tourism, and Economic Development Committee, again, Snowmobile Trail Maintenance Grant, 2526.
Resolution 2026-03-13, Snowmobile Trail Maintenance Grant 2025 through 2026. Now be it resolved that the Trumbull County Administrator is authorized to submit the grant request and accept funds to account 101-50-18-55440-4355710 Snowmobile Trails, and review from account 101-50-18-55440-520240 Trail Maintenance for costs for maintaining the trails, introduced by Parks, Tourism, and Economic Development. Lori Severson, Renee Lyon, Kevin Whalen, Kevin Adams, Richard Anderson, Bob Petrick.
Motion to approve Snowmobile Trail Maintenance Grant 2526.
I'll second that.
Motion by Whalen, seconded by Supervisor Lyon. Any questions on it? At least I should be able to ride on some snow for a while here, but I don't know if a snowmobile will get through this mess.
Need to pack it good, John, and get the groomers out early.
All right.
They'd have fun trying.
Yeah, we used to get stuck all the time. So let's call the roll.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin,
Yeah.
Don Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker,
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
Ron Johnson,
Yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard Seixas.
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Kevin Adams,
Yes.
15 to 2.
Okay, Audit Committee, claims of members.
Resolution number 2026-03-14, claims of members. Now be it resolved that the claims be allowed as shown.
This
Do you want me to read this
I think
one?
these should be read, right? Or not?
Up to you. Sure.
I can read that one.
Yeah.
All right. Whereas the
opinion,
audit
they
committee
should
has
be.
audited the following claims and recommend that they be allowed as follows. John Austin, $1,207.96. Kevin Adams, 0. Richard Anderson, $425.43. Robert Becker, $466.70. Ron Johnson, 0. Stacy Klein, $663.20. David Larson, $1,071.05. Renee Lyon, $551.45. Dick Miller, 0. Kellen Nelson, 0. Jeannie Nutter, $982.70. Richard Sasho, $313.10. Lori Severson, 0. Andy Todd, 0. Dawn Trug, $350.75. Bridget Turner, $916.10. Kevin Whalen, $319.60. Total per diem, $5,300. Total expenses, $1,968.04 for a grand total of $7,268.04. Now be it resolved that the claims be allowed as shown, introduced by Audit Committee, David Larson, Renee Lyon, Jeannie Nutter.
Motion?
Move to approve.
Motion by Seisha.
I'll second that.
Motion by Lyon, seconded by Lyon. Any questions? Call the roll.
Ron Johnson,
Yes.
Bridget Turner,
Yes.
Stacy Klein,
Yes.
Richard Sasha.
Yes.
Lori Severson,
Yes.
Andy Todd,
Yes.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Kevin Adams,
Yes.
Dick Miller,
Yes.
Kevin Whalen,
Yes.
John Austin,
Yes.
Dawn Trug,
Yes.
Robert Becker.
Yes.
Renee Lyon,
Yes.
David Larson,
Yes.
15-2.
Okay. Executive Finance Committee, creation of a Trumbull County Housing and Child Task Force.
Resolution 2026-03-15, creation of the Trumbull County Housing and Child Task Force. Now therefore be it resolved that the Trumbull County Board of Supervisors hereby approves, number 1, the creation of the Trumbull County Housing and Child Care Task Force, hereafter Task Force. Number 2, that the task force shall serve in an advisory capacity to the county board and administration to study housing and child care issues affecting Trumbull County residents and employers. Number 3, that the task force shall undertake the following activities. A, conduct or facilitate a countywide housing and child care survey to better understand current needs, barriers, and opportunities. B, review housing and child care conditions, trends, and challenges within Trumbull County. C, learn about and evaluate programs, partnerships, and policies and policy approaches implemented by other counties and communities to support housing development and child care availability. D, engage local employers, community organizations, municipalities, and residents in discussions regarding potential solutions. And E, develop recommendations for strategies, programs, or partnerships that the county board may consider to support housing and child care opportunities within Trumbull County. Number 4, that the task force shall provide a summary report and recommendation to the county board upon completion of its review. Number 5, that the members of the task force shall include representatives from the following sectors with appointments made by the county board chair. A, up to 4 Trumbull County Board Supervisors. B, the county administrator. C, ADRC-housing representative. D, child care provider. E, employer representative. F, hospital representative. G, school district representative or representatives. H, municipal leader representative or representatives. I, PTED representative. J, zoning department representative. K, Riverland Energy representative. L, realtor or housing developer representative. M, Western Dairyland representative. N, UW Extension Community Development representative. O, communications and economic development representative. Number 6, that the county board chair may designate additional or replacement members if needed to ensure board community representation, broad community representation. 7, that the county staff may provide administrative support to the task force as necessary. 8, that the committee shall have the authority to review and consider possible uses, projects, and related expenditures, and after doing so, bring forth its recommendations to the County Board of Supervisors. 9, that the County Board of Supervisors shall then have the authority to approve or disapprove the recommended uses. And 10, that if any uses use or uses as approved, the committee shall have the authority to take reasonable and appropriate action in conformity with state and county laws, procedures, and policy to effectuate the approved uses. Introduced by Executive Finance Committee, Dave Larson, John Austin, Robert Becker, Bridget Turner, Richard Seisha.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Turner, seconded by Whalen. Supervisor Whalen. I'm sure you might have something you want to say on this.
Sure, I just, we've had a number of conversations with exec finance on the issues of housing and childcare, and have talked about the need for getting input from the community. So we'll put a survey together that will get input across the county. That'll start and go out on March 30th. So that'll be at the libraries, it'll be put out through the schools, churches, businesses. We're looking for your help in making sure that that is shared widely and people are participating. And then working very close with UW Extension. We have a great asset with our community development position that Hannah McKeever, who was hired recently, and we'll be taking that information, analyzing it, putting it into a housing report for us, as well as taking data from across the county and putting that into what we have and what we need, what we'll be focusing on, or what our needs are, so that you as leaders in the county can work together to kind of focus on those areas to decide if there's programming that could help. There are counties, there are areas that are focusing on those two issues that have maybe worked on that and have some ideas that we're going to bring then to that task force to listen to and determine what to bring forward to you to consider, if there might be ways to consider those things in the future.
Okay. Any other comments? Go
Just
ahead.
a quick question. This task force, is this a volunteered task force, or is it paid? And if so, where are the funds coming from?
Yeah, so the primary group of individuals are volunteers. Through forming this, the supervisors are paid.
I see. Okay.
And
Otherwise, the others would be on their own if they join?
yes, they're
Yeah.
volunteer.
All right, thank you.
I'm sorry, how are we determining who the supervisor members will be?
Well, those individuals have shown interest in this area previously. And so I've just been talking to Chair Austin about that, and those individuals have expressed interest previous and have been working in this, under this, in this area already.
Okay.
Question is, so we don't have additional funding that's been allocated in the budget specific to this task force?
Correct.
We're just using our normal operating, because it did come up at a municipality as far as the question, how much money that we have budgeted for it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? Call the roll.
Kevin Adams.
No.
Dick Miller.
Yes.
Kevin Whalen.
Yes.
John Austin.
Yes.
Don Trug.
Yes.
Robert Becker.
Yes.
Renee Lyon.
Yes.
David Larson.
Yes.
Ron Johnson.
Yes.
Bridget Turner.
Yes.
Stacy Klein.
Yes.
Richard Seisha.
Yes.
Lori Severson.
Yes.
Andy Todd.
No.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Are we waiting for him, or are we gonna just call?
Call.
He must have went to the restroom or something. Anyway, it passes. Announcements. We're supposed to appoint Linda Becker to the Winding Rivers.
Ask Kevin.
Well, how did you want to vote on that last? Okay.
Thank you.
Announcements, appointments is Linda Becker to the Winding Rivers Library System. to replace June Kowalski.
Yep.
Somebody want to make a motion to approve it? Motion by Supervisor
I'll
Johnson.
make a motion to approve that.
Yes, seconded by Supervisor. Oh, Severson, I think, yeah. Okay. Any questions on it at all? It's nice to find somebody who really wants to do it. Okay. Call the roll.
Lori Severson. Lori Severson.
Yes, I must be stuck.
Andy
Yes.
Todd.
Yes.
Richard Anderson.
Yes.
Kevin Adams.
Yes.
Dick Miller.
Yes.
Kevin Whalen.
Yes.
John Austin.
Yes.
Don Trug.
Yes.
Robert Becker.
Yes.
Renee Lyon.
Yes.
David Larson.
Yes.
Ron Johnson.
Yes.
Bridget Turner.
Yes.
Stacy Klein.
Yes.
Richard Sasha.
Yes.
15 to
Passes.
2.
Committee reports, Exec Finance Committee, budget update and stuff that should be in your packet. You should go shape. Do you have any correspondence at all?
Maybe this is a good time to
Okay, yeah.
let Susan talk.
So for all of the supervisors who are here, there is a copy of the WCA Basic Information on Motions. I'm going to start to bring those to every meeting and put them in front of your seats. So if you could leave the ones that you have there, that would be great. And then these will just be ready for you and I'll keep them and bring them. So, thank you.
Okay. There's nothing else. We can adjourn at 8:06.